All right, Tubby.
Them there's fighting words, boy.
That sounded offensive.
We're calling Damian.
I prefer to be called Tons of Fun.
Calling.
I think people know.
Remix.
Hello, is this Damian?
Yeah.
Damian, how are you? This is Paul, Outsider Tackle Box, a radio show and podcast. I got my good buddies in order of friendship. Felix in the studio.
Hey, what's up, Damian?
And
me.
And
don't lie, I'm your
Tommy.
best friend. I'm your only friend.
Tommy's in the studio too. Say hi, Tommy.
Hey, what's going on, Damian? How you doing, bud?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. I was looking at some of your pictures there, and they look pretty cool, man. So the object of the whole story is to tell us how you caught the fish, where you caught the fish, and what bait you were using. I'm interested to hear it, and yeah, man, go for it. You don't have to tell us exactly where. Like, if it's a super secret spot, you can lie to us. I'm not gonna know any better. So,
No.
but go for it, man.
Thanks for coming on the show, Damian, and thanks for the intro, Tommy. We're spreading happiness to the world through the joys of fishing. And
I'm pretty
you
darn
have
joyous.
a good fish story behind those photos that you sent in. It looks like you went offshore and also did some freshwater. So we just want to know, and most people want to know, what bait you were using. That's important to them. And then, let's hear the rest of whatever you want to say. If you want to tell people what your Instagram is and your any social media so they could follow you to see your photos and all that, you could do that too.
Yeah, my Instagram is 305._Damian. Yeah, that's like the only social media I use. So the red tail, the first fish, the freshwater fish, the catfish, it's actually a red tail catfish.
Thank you. Sorry.
They're not from here. They're actually invasive.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so I live down here in Miami, Florida, and I caught it at a small lake down here in Kendall. They fight very hard, and I caught him using a dead shiner, and I was waiting for about 3 or 4 hours until he bit.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a long time, and you
Wow.
finally get a good fish, and it's invasive, so you get to do whatever you want with that fish, right?
Yeah, I put him back. I wasn't gonna kill him.
Ah, okay.
No. But no, those things can get pretty big too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they get like they get 100 pounds. So
Yep. Yeah.
maybe one day he gets big and I could catch him.
You know what's funny is over here in California, they actually have those as pets. They actually sell them.
Yeah,
at
they have those pets down here too.
Yeah, they're like pet shop fish, but people sometimes like release them out and they can get massive real quick.
Yeah. They're pretty big.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, no, man. That and I'm sure it put up a heck of a fight for you too.
Oh yeah, crazy fight. The fish fight's way harder than it looks.
What size line test were you using? And yeah,
5-pound braid.
5-pound braid.
Okay. How big would you say he was? He looks probably about. I mean, it's hard to tell from that picture, but maybe I'm gonna guess maybe like 8 pounds.
8 to 9, because they're heavy. They're heavier than they look. He was like about 15 pounds.
Oh man, that's a big fish.
Yeah, they're pretty
and
solid,
like
dude.
1.5, 2 feet long.
Yeah, they're pretty hardy, dude.
Muscle fish.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're big fish, and their skin is it's like sandpaper, and then their head it's like hard as a rock.
Oh man, that's awesome. I would love to go down to Florida and catch some of those just to do the whole my part for the environment. So
Yeah, I've never seen anybody else catch any.
wow, nice.
They're pretty rare.
Cool, man. So let's see here. What else? And then you got those. Well, okay. What do you guys call your Dorado down there? Do you call them Dorado? Do you call them mahi? Do you call them dolphin?
No, yeah, we call them mahi most of the time, but we call them dolphin too.
Okay, see. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I'm like, my throat's dry. Somebody, my dear sweet partner here didn't pour me a beer this morning, so I'm a little parched. But yeah, no, they. Let's see here. No, there's I'm assuming that those were all caught on like a party boat. They're not just all yours.
Yeah. It was a charter. It was like 6 of us or 7 of us.
Oh, okay, good. I was like,
That's still a lot of fish.
That's
For 6-7 people.
For 6 or 7 people, that's a ton of fish, dude. Yeah, and that, I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Yeah.
Mahi is an amazing fish. I mean, that it
fights
well.
amazing.
It tastes great. I mean, that is lunch for most people it would be days, but for me it'd be an afternoon.
Right.
But,
yeah, that was lunch for us for like a week and a half.
oh man, yeah, that stuff is so good, and they fight so hard, man, and they jump and they do all sorts of stuff. I mean, it is so much fun catching those. I have only caught one in my whole entire life. I need to get back out there more. I need to go back out in the salt water a little bit more than what I do.
Oh yeah, they're a fun fish.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What other fish do you guys catch out there on the? Well, I'm we're from Southern California. You're out in Florida, so I'm pretty sure you do a lot of saltwater fishing. What kind of other fish have you brought up?
We brought up from deep sea, like mackerel sometimes. Oh man, I'm missing the word. Grouper, snapper, all types of different snapper.
You ever catch one of them big Goliath groupers?
No, that's on the bucket list. Though.
That's on my bucket list too, man.
It's gotta be.
I want to catch one of those so bad.
All right, so offshore. So take us through. Did we take him through the format? What bait he was using and all that?
He didn't tell us what bait he was using.
Let's hear about what bait you were using.
I don't remember the exact bait, but it was like some small live bait fish.
Probably
I think it might have been filtered.
Probably like some anchovy or sardine or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's usually.
Yeah, we apologize. Tommy forgot the format of the show, so it's like, we just want to hear about that fish story from you. But it sounds like you were on a charter with a bunch of people, so that sounds like fun. And you caught 2 of them. Did you win any prizes from those 2 fish you pulled in?
No, we didn't win anything.
Oh.
No jackpot there.
We usually do like a jackpot thing on the charter, so that's cool.
No.
That's cool, man. Yeah,
so we were in.
Go for it, man.
Key Biscayne.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Key Biscayne. I don't know how far we were. I don't remember, but we were offshore for sure. And actually, one of the mahi we got there, one of them is all cut up, like the intestines are out. Mm-hmm. That's because when we were bringing it in, it got a swordfish ate it.
Oh wow,
oh, man, that's fun to see. To watch.
We were fighting the swordfish for a little bit, but he came off. We still got the mahi though.
Wow.
What was left of him?
What was left of him? The good stuff. Mm-hmm. So what of his good stuff? We still had the meat.
Yeah, we still got the fillets though.
That's it. You still got the fillets, man, and those things are tasty. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Damian. Send us a message offline. We're going to send you some free stuff for coming on the show. And please continue to send us in photos. And you're welcome back on the show anytime. People love to hear fish stories. And you seem to have a lot of them. And you did a great job. I enjoyed both of those stories.
Yeah.
And those are good fish. So from all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box Radio Show and Podcast, tight lines.
Tight lines, bud. Fish more.
Bud.
Tight lines. Thank you.
Take care, bud.
Take
Bye.
care.
All right.
Dude, that looked like a fun.